Yo, what up? Welcome to Mo Boxing No Problem. I'm Jose Rodriguez Jr. And today we got a special guest. Tenemos un invitado muy especial. Tenemos a boxeador profesional, a Luis Melendez. ¿Cómo estás, Luis?
Oye, papi, gracias por tenerme aquí.
Gracias a ti por el tiempo. So, vamos a hacer una entrevista en los dos idiomas, en inglés y en español. Así a tu audiencia puedes alcanzar más gente de esa manera. So we'll do it both languages. So for the first question we have for you, Luis, it's a rather basic question, but we like to know how boxers got their start in their journey. So how did you get into boxing? Y para la primera pregunta aquí, Luis, es muy básica, pero queremos siempre saber los orígenes de los boxeadores y cómo empezaron sus carreras. So, ¿cómo tú te metiste al boxeo?
Bueno, pues yo empecé, primero mi familia siempre fue familia de pelea. Yo tenía a mi tío que peleaba y mi abuelo siempre, ¿me entiendes? Se ponía en rodillas y siempre era de pelea. Pero cuando de verdad yo me metí de verdad fue cuando a mí me empezaron a hacer como un mini bullying. Y ahí mi papá vino y me dijo, no, te voy a meter para el gimnasio. De ahí, desde los 6 añitos. Así empecé, porque me hacían bullying y me metieron en gimnasio.
No, so he says boxing has always been his family. His uncle was a boxer, and then his grandpa, always loved boxing. He recalls his grandpa kind of, getting on his knee and play boxing with him. But what really kind of got him really started into sport was, when he started getting bullied, in school, like around 12 years old. And his dad's like, well, you're not going to be getting bullied. And put him into a boxing gym, and the rest is history. Aquí tenemos un comentario aquí de Sports and Tunes. Dice, saludos, champs.
Saludos, saludos.
Saludos.
Gracias por el apoyo.
And then for the next question, Luis, it's about your nickname. How do you get the nickname El Chucho? Y para la próxima pregunta, Luis, es sobre tu apodo. ¿Cómo es que surgió el Chucho?
Bien sencillo, prácticamente pues el primo de mi papá, que es primo mío, pues, cuando yo nací pues, me pusieron ese apodo así de cariño. Chuchito, el Chuchito.
Está muy bien, está muy bien.
Y ahí me quedé con ese apodo porque ya todo el mundo me llamaba por Chucho en todos lados.
Así es. So he says it's very easy answer. It's actually a nickname he got since birth. They called him a Chucho, a Chuchito. Just to kind of give him a kind of nickname, and it just stuck with him.
Y también
Chucho. Sí, ¿qué más, Luis?
Se me olvidó decirte que también mi abuelo me hacía ponerme los guantes en el barrio allá en Puerto Rico. Y me ponía los guantes también, pero yo era muy chiquitito, yo era un chamaquito ya, 5 añitos, por ahí, 4.
Yeah, and then he also mentions, his grandpa actually put the gloves and had him fight in the streets of Puerto Rico, 5 years old, just kind of going at it.
Yeah.
Muy bien. Y ya, ahora sí, empezando sobre tu carrera, talking about your career. Can you tell us a little bit about your amateur career? How many fights did you have and what were your major accomplishments? Y hablando de tu carrera amateur, ¿cuántas peleas tuviste y qué fueron uno de tus mayores logros como amateur?
Bueno, mi logro más grande fue, obviamente cuando hice el equipo nacional, ¿me entiendes? Cuando hice el equipo nacional desde las 106 libras, 13 y 14, chamaquito. Y desde ahí no paré, desde ahí seguí estando en el equipo, desde 13 años hasta youth, yo estaba en el national team. Y ya, I did more than 100 fights. Yo fui a Mundial, to Ukraine, to a World Championship Junior. I won one fight and then I lost contra Kazakhstan. And then I vine aquí a Florida, I won Golden Gloves twice in a row. I did a few things. I went to an intercontinental tournament with the Puerto Rican team. I won bronze. Yeah, practically it. A lot of tournaments in Puerto Rico, like 13-time national champion.
Nice. So yeah, just to translate some of the things you said in Spanish, some of your major accomplishments happened really early in your career, 13, 14 years old, making the national team, and basically representing Puerto Rico. And then when you came here, made the national, what's it, the Golden Gloves?
Yeah, Golden Gloves. I won the state Golden Gloves.
Yeah. And then you said you were like at 106 pounds, kind of, and that's amateurs.
Yeah. But no, I
Perfect.
was in the team, 132 pounds too. I was in a national team, youth. I basically like I never lost in Puerto Rico. I was like 2 years straight without losing. I came to lose when I went to Ukraine.
Excellent. All right, and then now we want to talk about your pro debut. You debuted young. You're only 20 years old, and you got the win fast. It was a
That was
first round
crazy.
KO. What were your emotions going into that fight? Were you nervous?
Nah, I wasn't nervous. I was just anxious and all. I was ready to go, but I wasn't
Mm-hmm.
nervous. I was just ready
Yeah.
to go, and nah, it was really crazy. That knockout was, I think, for a pro debut, that was Tiger. That was one of the best knockouts for a pro debut.
Yeah. I mean, it
Just how I
showed that
finished him.
it showed you're ready to go. You got him out there
Yeah,
quick.
yeah. And just what I did, like the way I got him out it was pretty like nasty.
Yeah, absolutely. And then I want to ask you about your first pro loss. That came early on in your career. It was your third fight. You lost via split decision against Elliot De Jesus in Puerto Rico. What did you learn from that loss?
I learned that you can't take it. You can't. Te puedes confiar. Can't get overconfident, overlook nobody.
Right,
Even
you
though
can't
I
get
don't,
overconfident.
even though I didn't lose that fight, but you do mistakes in there because you get too confident and you just get too comfortable and you just they make you look bad. But I still don't. I still don't think I lost. Nobody thought I lost, but it's okay.
Was he kind of just the local fighter? Is that why he got the
He
decision?
was yeah, but it was in Puerto Rico. I was in my
Mm-hmm.
island.
Mm-hmm. There you go. There you go.
It was just I don't know. It was pretty weird, but it's all good.
Yeah, yeah, and then you've been traveling during your pro careers to fight. Like I also saw you fought in the Dominican Republic. What was that like?
That was pretty cool. Pretty cool. Normal, just normal. That was just the beginning. That I don't. That was just the big like the beginning of the process.
Right. Yeah, and then I also saw had 7 fights in Colombia back in 2021. And what
Yeah.
was crazy is that some of those fights were a few days apart. What was how did that come about, and what were your goals with those fights in
I
Colombia?
mean, I can't go into details how it was because I don't know that was but
Yeah.
and my ultimate goal was just to stay ready, rack up some victories. COVID came and hit, and COVID just froze me.
Hmm.
Like practically, I had like fights on ESPN. I went, I tested positive. I was gonna fight some dude there from Texas, Eduardo Vasquez, something like that. And I tested positive. Like the whole COVID thing just really paused me. And then that was just to stay ready, stay active.
Right. No, absolutely. That makes a lot of sense. And it led to one of your big opportunities and one of your kind of your biggest wins to date versus Thomas Montiz back in November 2021, Las Vegas. That was a co-main event. What were your thoughts on kind of that fighting performance?
It was a good fight. I felt like I could have performed better, but at the end of the day, like I still did what I had to do to win. I could have boxed him, but he wasn't that easy though. He was a big guy, experienced guy, and like I come from fighting practically not of that type of level. I haven't fought nobody. And that was like the first guy he's fought, and he was already coming from fighting top level guys. Like he fought Pitbull, he fought a few fighters that on top level. He won belts and everything. So it was a good tough fight. Even though I was coming as an A side, they wanted him to win though. You get it? I
Gotcha.
was an A side, but it
Yeah.
was for him to boom because he
To
was
kind of like
he was
leapfrog his
more the
career. Yeah.
yeah. And I didn't let that happen. I went in there. I wasn't gonna let that slip. It was
Yeah.
I had to do it.
You went
I had to come
you
and
went and
fight.
you
He
handled
was a little
business.
tricky. He was tricky and everything, but I landed the better shots, better clean shots. I heard him, and I was always active. I was always on him.
Hmm. And we got another comment here. This time from Skywalker. He says, "Salute Jose and Luis." Salute Skywalker.
Yeah.
All right. So the next question I want to ask you about, your last fight was actually on the Gervonta Tank Davis versus Rolly Romero, pay-per-view undercard at the Barclays Center in New York. What was the experience like? Did you feel kind of like it was a big fight?
Yeah, it was a big fight. I mean, just things
You
happen,
kind of
you know.
felt
It
it.
was that shit was crazy. It was,
Yeah.
it was big platform, big a lot of people,
A lot of
just
marketing.
I still thought I won though. I still thought
Yeah,
I won.
and I want to ask you about that because the actual fight that night didn't go your way. Eduardo Ramirez got the decision. It was a majority decision. Um, you know, what about him specifically kind of made it a trickier or more difficult fight than it should have been?
I mean, it was all my fault at the end of the day for being too desperate. Fue una entrevista. For being too desperate, for not following the game plan, not being disciplined. It was all my fault. Because if we
Mm-hmm.
fight right now, I will finish him in 4 rounds. 4 or 3 rounds, I'll finish him. If I would, stick to the plan, be, disciplined with my style, with everything I know to do. And
Mm-hmm.
that's just things that happen. You just get too desperate and the whole game plan just leaves.
Right.
And you just do whatever you do. But I still thought I won though. But you gotta
Yeah.
understand, he is the A side. He is the guy with the people with the power. And you know how boxing is now.
A lot of politics in boxing. Lots of politics.
A lot of that bullshit. And so yeah, they weren't gonna give me the decision like that because he was he was already 32 years old. Like if they were giving the decision, his career is over.
Mm-hmm.
And now he's the A side too. He's fought there like 5 times. He was already fought in PBC. That was my first time. So
Yeah. So yeah,
they didn't care to give me a loss to me. I'm a 24-year-old kid. I'm still coming. Like they don't care to give me a loss. And the scorecards were crazy. Like were
yeah.
crazy. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, and you're still signed to Top Rank, correct?
No, I'm not signed to nobody.
Not signing anybody. So you're a free agent right now.
Yeah.
All right. And well, I do see you got an opportunity coming up. You'll be back in the ring. February 3rd on the Emmanuel Navarrete versus now Liam Wilson card in Glendale, Arizona. What can you tell us about kind of that opportunity? Are you excited to get back to your winning ways?
Well, man, I'm super excited. I'm happy. I just can't wait. I just can't wait for the day to come. I've been wanting. I've been supposed to already been fight. So I just can't wait for the day to come. I really can. I'm super excited.
And they're
That's when
putting
the
you.
world will know about me.
Yeah, and they're putting you with a tough fighter with Andres Cortez. We talked about kind of being put against kind of A sides. He's being billed as the A side for this one too. What can you tell us about Andres
Nah,
Cortez?
I mean, this is a fight I can't let slip. This is not a fight I'm not gonna let slip. This is a fight that I will make a statement. You're
Absolutely.
from Vegas, right? I'm going with your boy.
No, I'm actually from San Francisco Bay Area. I'm from the
Cause you're
I'm from
all
the Bay
right.
Area, but yeah, no, I'm probably 9 hour drive from Vegas. So
Yeah.
I'll see. I'm actually gonna try to make it to Arizona. See if I can make it to that fight.
I've
That'd
been
be
trying
dope.
to I've been when I fought Matisse, I actually said I will fight Andres Cortez next.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen too much of Andres Cortez. I want to say that in his last fight he didn't look that great.
I mean, he's a good fighter. He's a good
Hmm.
fighter, good experienced fighter. You can't sleep on him. You can't go in there. You can't overlook him.
Yeah,
But that's just my. I'm not gonna let it slip. That's all I'm gonna say.
there you go. Hey,
Definitely I'm gonna win.
there you go. There you go, man. And then talking about your preparation for fights, do you watch a lot of tape on your opponents, or do you kind of leave that up to your coaches and just
Nah,
focus on you?
I watch like on top like little highlights to see who he's fighting, what he got in front of him. But I don't watch that much. I just see what he does good,
Yeah,
and also I
absolutely.
see who he got in front of him too.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Like I know he hasn't fought nobody like me.
And then
Probably amateur, but amateur not this. This is pro. And
it's not the
even I
pro.
was even I was a standout amateur.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Not in USA, but in my island I was.
I mean, a national champion, still a national champion.
Yeah, but not
You know?
USA though. National champion PR.
PR, there you go.
Because I would go
Yeah.
to nationals here and Golden Gloves and everything, and it wasn't like that easy to win. Actually, in 2015, I fought in Reno. I fought in the nationals, and I won 2 days straight. Boom, and I lost to Victor Morales. He's pro now. I haven't heard about him no more, but they call him, they call him the Tornado, something like that. Victor
Victor
Morales.
Morales. Yeah, it's sometimes having a standout amateur record doesn't translate into the pros.
Yeah, no. This is not no amateur. You no matter. I don't care who you be, amateur, whatever. This is pro, and this is my life here, and I'm
Yeah.
not gonna let it slip. That's just how I feel. It's my time.
Yeah, no, and I saw this is probably from the Tank Davis fight, but I saw a picture of you and Tank. Were you guys getting some good sparring in together, or just
Yeah,
trying to train
before
side by
that fight,
side?
before that fight,
Yeah, the sparring. How was it like sparring with them?
it was tough. He was definitely he was trying to rip my head off. He was trying to make me quit. He was trying to destroy me. But
That's how you that's how you get
I'm really
better.
like that. I feel like
Yeah.
I'm like that. I'm really that guy.
Yeah, it's the old saying, right? Like iron sharpens iron. So
Iron sharpens iron.
you get better from fighting people like that
Nah,
and
but
sparring people
he's
like
cool.
that.
He's cool. It was cool. It was a good experience. He really pushed me. But as sparring, as we kept sparring, I was way better. Way better. Like, it was just
Nice. And then
that those are sparring just shit. You gotta pay to watch. To be honest, like there was no recording, no nothing, no none of that.
nice, man. Yeah, I wish I could have seen that in person. It sounds like it was good sessions.
That was awesome. A lot of talking, a lot of, but that's just part of it.
Yeah, it's part of boxing.
Yeah, and his character. He's gonna try to get in your head. You know,
mhm. Yeah, absolutely. And then who's been the hardest puncher you've been in the ring with, either in sparring or in a pro fight?
hardest puncher.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know. Let me see. I don't know. I've been there for with a lot, with a lot. I really don't know.
That's credit to your chin. Credit to your chin.
Yeah, I really don't know. I mean, don't get me wrong. I've gotten rocked 2 or 3 times in sparring, but it wasn't like you get rocked is what a punch you don't see. You don't feel it,
Mm-hmm.
so it's not like it hurting. Like so, I really don't know. I really don't know because I got good defense. I don't stay there. I know I got good feet.
Right. Now, next question: who was your favorite boxer growing up?
Growing up, when I started like to have more conscience in the sport of boxing was Mayweather. Definitely.
Nice.
Mayweather, Roy Jones. Because when I was a kid, I had like a disc of Roy Jones. And it
Oh
was his
wow.
music, and it was his music with all his highlights. So I will watch that. That was crazy. Then when I started, like when I was like 9, it was from 9 up, Mayweather. Obviously, Cotto, all the Puerto Ricans, but mostly like Mayweather was the guy that I always wanted to be like.
Great fighters to emulate. I mean, both of them were pound for pound fighters during their time.
Yeah.
Which segues to my next question. Bringing it now to present day, who do you consider to be the current number one pound for pound fighter in the sport
Right now?
right now?
Oh, Crawford.
Terence Crawford.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's my
And
number one too.
second Inoue,
The monster.
and and third, I guess Canelo.
Yeah, can knock that list. Can knock that list. All great picks.
Yeah.
And then, what are your thoughts on the Puerto Rican boxing scene? What are maybe some names that we should keep an eye on outside of yourself?
I mean, all of them that are like, for example, me, Xander, Adorno's brothers, like they're all the guys that are coming up. Let's see who else. Man, there's a lot.
Right. A lot of talent, man.
Yeah.
And that kind of segues to my next
And
question. Yeah, because I know, since Cotto's retired, Puerto Rico's been looking for their next male star. Obviously Amanda Serrano has been holding it down for the female division. But Puerto Rico's still looking for that next male star. And I know your name's definitely in that conversation. A lot of people peg you as the next Puerto Rican star. Does that give you kind of like motivation?
I mean, yeah, but I haven't been like out there yet like that.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't been promoted the right way. So like, I feel like I am that, but I'm not. I'm not in that position right now because they haven't promoted me the right way.
That's fair.
Soon, when I after this fight and my performance, then they're gonna be like, oh, so that's when they're really gonna see it. But for now, they haven't seen it.
That's when we'll get more articles
Obviously,
saying the
for
next
me,
Puerto Rican star.
and inside for me, I am the next Puerto Rican star. Even though there's a lot of them coming up, but I know that I'm gonna be that next. And then there's different weight classes. So I could be
Yeah, and there doesn't have to be just one star. There's plenty of room for more Puerto Rican stars. Yeah, I mean, I think that'll be the dream. Have more Puerto Rican talent. So we got a live comment here from K Rod. He says, "Yo,"
Dímelo.
and he says, "What's up, big dog?"
Chilling.
Appreciate you, K Rod. Yeah, no, but K Rod's also of Puerto Rican descent. He's living in Florida.
Oh, you know him?
Yeah. You can see he's in here. It says Chucho Nation. PR. Yeah, no, K-Rod's a great guy. He's a great guy. I know him from through Instagram. So now I want to get into kind of our next segment. This is what we call kind of the boxing's corner. Is where I'm going to ask you some fights that are either confirmed or rumored, and you'll let me know who would win out of them. And if it's too close to call, you can just say it's 50-50 and kind of pass on it. All right. So the first one I want to ask you about. This is the fight that was supposed to happen on February 3rd, but did not. Who would win out of Emmanuel Navarrete versus Oscar Valdez?
I feel like Valdez would have put it off.
You think my decision?
My decision.
Yeah.
Or even knockout. You never know.
Yeah.
You never know. But Navarrete is a bull, but he's coming up from 122.
Yeah.
126, so he came up fast. But I don't know. I don't know. I feel like Valdez would have taken the W.
Yeah, and I think that's still on the table. Navarrete beats Leon Wilson. Two Mexicans fighting is always an entertaining fight. So that could be something that's on the table in the future for sure.
They offered me Valdez, and we said yes. But obviously, he's gonna prefer to take with Navarrete.
Yeah, of course. He's gonna go for the more high profile.
Yeah.
K-Rod here with another comment says, much love, brother. PR.
Thank you, bro.
All right. So the next fight I want to ask you about, this is the one that's happening in January. Gervonta Tank Davis versus Hector Ruiz Garcia.
Gervonta got that.
And I'm guessing you're gonna say KO on that one.
Yeah, it is gonna be a KO.
I see it the same way.
It is gonna be a KO.
And then the final fight I want your prediction on. This one's rumored, but he's a fellow countryman, Henry LeBron versus Xavier Martinez.
Oh, they're gonna fight.
It's rumored, but I mean they're in the same weight division, and they're both top ranked fighters. So I think it's only a matter of time.
That's a good fight. Even I want to fight Henry LeBron. Like, I want to fight him, but let me see. What I think about that fight, I think that LeBron's gonna win. I think LeBron's gonna outbox him.
I can see that playing.
Because I feel like Xavier's feet are too slow. I feel like he's too slow for him. He is powerful. I mean, he could hurt him because Xavier has the power. But even I was trying to get that fight with Xavier. But I don't know what happened there. But I feel like Henry's gonna win by a decision.
I mean, you're creating like a wish list. Like all those fights are great fights that I want to see you in. Like you versus Xavier.
Those are fights that have been always throwing me. They've been for a long time. Like, we all say yes to all of them. And they haven't offered me LeBron yet, but it's just a fight that he's number 15 or something in the world. Like, I want to fight the top guys, and he's from Puerto Rico, so I want to show that I'm that dude from Puerto. I'm the one.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
hopefully after
I was in a team with him. I went with him to Ukraine. Like, he was a 126 pound and I was 110. I was this.
That.
But yeah, that's a fight I would like to take. Depending on this, depending what happens. But in the future, yeah, that's a fight that's definitely gonna happen.
Yeah, love to see him. I'll see all those.
I know they're gonna want to fight. Title fights. They want to fight. And I'm I think I'm number 30 in the world. So I gotta work my way to get them.
Yeah, I think.
But I feel like when I perform, how I gotta perform, definitely, the world is gonna want it. The people.
I start asking for it.
Yeah.
All right. So coming back to you, what are some of your interests and hobbies outside of boxing?
I just be with my kids and boxing, training. I play basketball a few times. But I haven't had time to be doing hobby stuff.
Are your kids also into boxing?
No, my kid's 3 years old and my girl is 1 year old.
Okay, so the 3-year-old probably can throw some punches.
What you said? Say it again.
I said the 3-year-old can probably throw some punches.
Oh yeah, he's already. No, but I don't want her to box. I rather him to do like jiu-jitsu, stuff like that.
Nice. No. Yeah, no, I got the 2 daughters, a 9-year-old and a soon-to-be 3-year-old, and the 3-year-old one time got the gloves and was trying to punch. So kids being kids.
The girls are really fast. Like they learn really fast. My girls has learned really fast.
Yeah, they're really fast. Absolutely. All right.
That's a blessing.
It's a blessing, man. The final question I have for you is not really a question. It's more so just kind of giving you the floor to send a message to your fans and supporters. So what's something you want to let them know?
I mean, just keep supporting me. I appreciate all the love. I appreciate everything. Without you guys, we won't be where we at. So I just appreciate the love. Keep supporting me, and sooner or later, the world will know that there's a next Puerto Rican star. And to all my family, I love all of you guys. I'm always representing, where I come from, where I'm on, all my family. Every time in the ring, I represent all of them, all my island, all my people, and myself, obviously.
There you go. With Chucho, thank you so much for making the time. It was great to kind of get to know you a bit better. And we're going to be rooting for you on February 3rd to kind of make that statement win and take your career back to the heights it needs to be.
I appreciate that. Thank you, boss.
All right, no problem, man. Well, you take care. Have a good night.
All right, bye.
All right.